Imagine reaching the peak of success, earning millions, only to watch it all disappear. Several NBA stars, despite making jaw-dropping amounts during their careers, ended up in financial ruin not long after retiring. Many lived extravagant lifestyles, took risky chances, or fell victim to bad luck and shady deals. In this video, we'll dive into the unbelievable stories of how these massive fortunes vanished almost as quickly as they were made.
Well, I got drafted in 1996. I attended the University of Kentucky.
Antoine Walker, who was drafted in 1996 after playing for the University of Kentucky, was known in the NBA for his fearless shooting and never hesitating to take a shot. Though considered undersized at 6 feet 8 inches for a power forward, he carved out an impressive career. His aggressive style defined his play, and his determination earned him 3 All-Star selections, primarily with the Boston Celtics. At his peak, he averaged 23.4 points and 8.9 rebounds per game. He also played a key role in helping the Miami Heat win the 2006 NBA championship. By the end of his career, Walker had earned more than $108 million. However, his financial collapse was both rapid and shocking. Just 1 year after winning a title with Miami, and while trying to continue his career with the Minnesota Timberwolves, Walker filed for bankruptcy. He blamed his downfall on a combination of reckless gambling, poor investments, and legal issues that drained his wealth. Despite the setback, Walker turned his life around and became a regular analyst on ESPN's NBA coverage, offering insight into the game he once played. But his story is only the beginning. Vin Baker was one of the most promising forwards of the 1990s. He started his career with the Milwaukee Bucks and quickly became a dominant player, known for his offensive skill set. At his best, he averaged 21 points and 10 rebounds per game. Although his Milwaukee teams didn't reach the playoffs, Baker finally saw postseason action after being traded to the Seattle Supersonics in 1997. He earned 4 All-Star nods, 3 with Milwaukee and 1 with Seattle, and accumulated over $97 million in career earnings. However, Baker's career was derailed by alcoholism and addiction, which led to devastating financial and personal consequences. Substance abuse not only affected his performance but also his post-career life. After hitting rock bottom, Baker committed to recovery. With the help of former Supersonics owner and Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, he got a job managing a Starbucks in Connecticut. This marked the beginning of a new chapter. Though his struggles were immense, he wasn't alone in facing them. Latrell Sprewell is remembered for his infamous quote, "I got a family to feed." In 2004, he rejected a $21 million contract extension from the Minnesota Timberwolves, a decision that essentially ended his NBA career. After the 2005 season, he never signed with another team. Before that, Sprewell had been a high-flying star with the Golden State Warriors and New York Knicks, earning 4 All-Star selections and averaging over 20 points per game in several seasons. However, his career was marred by controversy, most notably when he choked coach PJ Carlesimo during a practice. Though he earned close to $100 million, Sprewell's financial troubles came fast. By 2008, federal marshals had seized his yacht due to unpaid debts, and his $1.5 million home went into foreclosure. His story highlights how off-court decisions can overshadow on-court talent. Shawn Kemp was one of the most electrifying players of the 1990s. Known for his explosive dunks and raw athleticism, he became a fan favorite while playing alongside Gary Payton for the Seattle Supersonics. Kemp made 6 All-Star appearances from 1993 to 1998 and helped lead Seattle to the NBA Finals in 1996. Over his 14-year career, Kemp earned more than $91 million. But by 2022, reports showed his net worth had dropped below $1 million. Kemp's financial decline stemmed from several factors: legal troubles, expensive court battles, and child support obligations for multiple children. While his current financial state is unclear, Kemp has shown resilience and may still find a way to rebound from his past. Regardless of his struggles, his legacy as one of the most thrilling players of his era remains intact. Derek Coleman entered the NBA with superstar potential. The #1 overall pick in the 1990 draft, he made an immediate impact for the New Jersey Nets. He won Rookie of the Year in 1991, averaging 18.4 points and 10.3 rebounds. He earned consecutive All-NBA selections in 1993 and 1994 and had one All-Star appearance in '94. Over his career, Coleman made more than $90 million. But life after basketball wasn't kind. Just 5 years after retiring, in 2010, Coleman filed for bankruptcy. Reports cited an extravagant lifestyle full of partying and overspending. But despite the financial loss, Coleman didn't lose his drive. He went back to school, earned a degree, and became an ambassador for Syracuse University. Now, he devotes his time to mentoring at-risk youth and advocating for change in his community. Larry Johnson, famously known as Grandmama, was a dominant force in the NBA until recurring back problems cut his career short. After a stellar college career at UNLV, he was selected by the Charlotte Hornets and quickly became a fan favorite thanks to his explosive playing style and charismatic personality. Johnson earned 2 All-Star selections and averaged 19.2 points and 9.2 rebounds per game over 5 seasons. Later, he joined the New York Knicks, where fans embraced him just as much, especially after his iconic 4-point play, one of the most memorable moments in NBA history. Throughout his career, Johnson earned over $80 million. Sadly, his career ended prematurely at age 31 due to chronic back issues, and retirement was not kind to him. Medical expenses from multiple surgeries piled up, and by 2015, he filed for bankruptcy, largely due to overwhelming child support debts. One woman alone was owed $890,000. In a desperate attempt to settle the debt, Johnson offered her his California home, and she accepted. While his exact financial situation remains unclear, Johnson's legacy as Grandmama continues to live on. Glenn Rice also faced harsh financial lessons after his basketball career. Once one of the league's deadliest scorers and a 3-time NBA All-Star, Rice dazzled fans with the Miami Heat and Charlotte Hornets. He spent 6 years in South Beach and quickly rose to stardom. During his 3 seasons with the Hornets, he averaged an impressive 23.5 points per game, peaking in 1997 with a scorching 26.8 points per game. Despite his success on the court, poor business choices and high child support payments pushed him into financial hardship. At one point, Rice requested the court to reduce his child support payments so he could afford basic necessities. He relied heavily on memorabilia and autograph signings, but they weren't enough to sustain him. Fortunately, the court approved his request, helping him stabilize his finances. Since then, Rice's financial situation appears to have improved. Kenny Anderson also encountered difficulties after his time in the NBA ended. He spent 14 years in the league, with his prime years in the early 90s as a New Jersey Net. Anderson spent 4.5 seasons with the team, earning his only All-Star selection there. He was a dependable player, averaging 15.3 points and 7.8 assists per game. In 1994, he hit his peak with 18 points and 9 assists per game, becoming a fan favorite. Over his career, Anderson earned more than $60 million. But by the time he retired in 2006, most of that wealth had reportedly disappeared. His financial problems stemmed from personal struggles, including battles with emotional and mental health, which led to multiple DUI arrests. Additionally, he had 7 children with 5 different women, resulting in significant child support and divorce expenses. Anderson eventually made a comeback. In 2017, he released a documentary titled Mr. Chibbs, where he candidly shared his struggles and path to recovery. The film highlighted his resilience and efforts to rebuild his life. Darius Miles faced similar post-career hardships after an injury-riddled time in the NBA. He entered the league straight out of high school in 2001 with tremendous hype and excitement. Early on, he showed promise with the Clippers and later had brief stints in Cleveland and Portland. However, a knee injury in 2006 sidelined him for 2 seasons, and when he returned in 2009, he was a shadow of his former self. Despite this, Miles managed to earn over $61 million before retiring at just 27. Unfortunately, poor financial decisions followed. By 2016, Miles had filed for bankruptcy, reporting only $46,988 in assets against more than $1 million in debt. His downfall was linked to failed real estate investments and unwise business ventures. Thankfully, Miles bounced back by co-hosting the hit basketball podcast Knuckleheads with former teammate Quentin Richardson. Sidney Moncrief was a five-time NBA All-Star and one of the best two-way guards of the 1980s, mostly with the Milwaukee Bucks. He made history as the NBA's first-ever Defensive Player of the Year and remains the only guard to win the award twice in back-to-back seasons. Over his 11-year career, Moncrief reportedly earned around $7.2 million, a modest figure by today's standards for a player of his caliber. After retiring, he pursued business and coaching, including opening a car dealership in Arkansas and becoming an assistant coach for the Dallas Mavericks. Despite these efforts, financial difficulties arose, and in 2005, Moncrief filed for bankruptcy. His creditors included car dealerships, the Mavericks, a bank, and even a local newspaper. Though it's unclear exactly how things spiraled, Moncrief didn't stay down for long. He found success again, this time as an analyst for Fox Sports and a coach for the Fort Worth Flyers in the NBA G League. His comeback was quiet but powerful. Ray Williams played 9 strong seasons in the NBA, representing 6 teams. At his peak in the early 1980s with the Knicks and Nets, he averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. Though he never made an all-star team, he was a scoring threat who could take over games at will. Sadly, life after basketball was far from glamorous. Williams retired in 1987 and received a $200,000 NBA pension, but it disappeared quickly. A failed real estate investment drained his funds, and before long, he was homeless, living in his car outside a friend's house in Boston. In 2011, the Boston Globe published a story about his struggles. Former Celtics teammates, moved by his situation, stepped in and helped him secure a job as a recreation specialist in Mount Vernon, New York, offering a chance to rebuild. Tragically, Williams' journey ended in 2013 when he passed away at age 58 due to colon cancer. His life had its dark turns, but he is remembered for his resilience and unforgettable on-court brilliance. These stories remind us that even NBA legends can face serious struggles off the court. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories from the world of basketball.